So this channel right here is called It's Baseplay, and you might just see a regular Roblox channel, but no, this is actually the Roblox version of Zack D Films. So basically, in today's video, we're going to be reacting to this guy's videos and see if they're cool, interesting, or really alike to Zack D Films. So before this video starts, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with all notifications, and join more of my streams because I do go live every day, and join my Discord server. Let's get into it. We're going to go for the most popular short. It's called False Awakenings. No idea what it is. Let's go.
There is a terrifying sleep glitch that proves you might not actually be awake right now. It's called a false awakening. Imagine you wake up, get out of bed, brush your teeth, and start your day. Everything feels completely normal. But then, boom, you suddenly wake up back in your bed. You never left. Your brain just created a fake copy of your morning.
He actually reminds me of Zack D Films, bro. What the heck?
To trick you into staying asleep. For some, this turns into an absolute nightmare. They get stuck in loops, waking up 5 to 10 times in a row, only to realize they are still dreaming. They are
Chat, has this happened to you?
Trapped inside their own heads, screaming to wake up, completely unable to tell if reality is real anymore. So how do you know you are actually awake right now? Look at a clock or try to read a book. The brain...
I don't have a clock around me. Yeah, my mouse just disconnected.
Is terrible at creating letters and numbers while asleep. If the words blur together or look like weird alien symbols, you need to wake up. There is a terrifying...
Yo, chat, type 1 if this happened to you, bro.
This guy woke up from a 5-year coma, only to realize...
It's the same song.
As his waking life was the actual nightmare. After a brutal accident, he slips into a vegetative state. But inside his mind, his brain builds a terrifying apocalyptic wasteland. For 5 agonizing years, he fights just to survive. Then suddenly, he snaps awake in a hospital bed. His family is crying tears of joy. He spends months in rehab, finds the love of his life, and gets his perfect reality back. But one night, he's eating a steak when the...
Steak?
Meat suddenly tastes like ash. The waiter's...
Ash.
His face glitches, a deafening siren blares, and the sky literally rips open in half. The terrifying truth hits him. He never actually woke up. His brain was just letting him taste happiness one last time before throwing him straight back into the apocalyptic night.
Guys, I know the chat is broken, bro. The website is down.
Nightmare. So if your life feels completely perfect right now, are you sure you're actually awake?
Wait, am I really awake? Snap out of it, Adam! Wake up! No, I can feel pain. I can feel pain. That's how you know. That signifies the reaction of the human body, which basically means you're awake. I learned that in my my major when I was in college.
If you are ever completely alone and about to die, someone will come to help you. It's called the third man factor, and it is one of the most terrifying...
Wait, pause. What?
If you are ever completely alone and about to die, someone will come to help you. It's called the third man factor, and it is one of the most terrifying but amazing survival mysteries on Earth. For decades, mountain climbers, shipwreck survivors, and explorers who are pushed to the absolute edge of death report the exact same thing. A mysterious, unseen presence suddenly joins them. People stranded in the snow say they feel a shadow walking right beside them, offering them advice, keeping them awake, and guiding them to safety. But the second they are rescued, the presence vanishes completely. Scientists have no idea why this happens. Some think it's a guardian angel, while others think your dying brain splits its consciousness in half, creating an imaginary friend just to force your body to survive.
Chat, what do you guys think? What do you think that is?
If you are ever in danger, being in a...
Okay, this guy uses like the same sound every video.
If you are ever in danger, being in a massive crowd might actually get you killed. It sounds backward, but it's a terrifying reality called the bystander effect.
I think I've heard about this.
If you get hurt in front of one person, they will almost always help you. But if you collapse in front of 50 people, nobody lifts a finger. Why? Because everyone's brain instantly assumes someone else will do it. The entire crowd thinks the exact same thing, so everyone just stands there, frozen. But there is a life-saving trick to break this weird trance. If you ever need help, never just yell into the air. Instead, single someone out, lock eyes, and point directly at them. Say, "You in the red shirt, call 911." By giving one specific person a direct command, you completely shatter the group illusion.
Yo, chat, this could, like, help somebody in the future, bro. This is, like, literally advice. This stuff could help you in life.
You force them to take individual responsibility, snapping them into action. It's a simple trick, but knowing it could literally save your life. If you are ever in danger...
Yo, what the... Yo, oh, my... Yo, what are these get outs at the end, bro? Like, dang, man. Like, do you really want me to get out, bro? Like, dang.
One of the most insane things I learned...
Finally a new song.
...is that if aliens are out there, from their perspective, Earth literally hasn't even formed...
Type 1 if you believe in aliens, type 2 if you don't.
Yeah, we've been blasting radio signals since 1974, basically screaming, "We're here!" into the void. But those signals have only traveled about 200 light years. In a galaxy this massive, that's barely an inch. If aliens are...
Massive? Sorry.
Living just 80 light years away and look our way, they don't see us. They see World
Chat, like up the stream.
War II still happening in real time. If they're 65 million light years out, they aren't seeing cities or technology. They're watching dinosaurs walk the planet. But here's the kicker. The universe is 93 billion light years across. This means for 95% of the places life could be hiding, Earth is still just empty space. We aren't being ignored by some advanced civilization or a hidden galactic empire. To the rest of the universe, we just haven't spawned in yet. One of the most insane things I learned is that if aliens are out...
Chat. Bro, dude. OMG steak son. Guys, oh my gosh! Shut up. Just, yo, be quiet. Alright? I'm not his son, dude. Alright, let's get one thing straight here. I look better than that guy. Alright? I am more of a handsome dude. Okay? Don't play.
If you are one of the most... Scientists accidentally discovered what happens inside your brain.
Turn your volume down, bro. Wait, which one? The mic volume?
When you die? And the answer is kind of beautiful. In 2016, an elderly patient passed away during a brain scan. And because the machine was still recording, doctors captured the first ever footage of a dying human brain. What
Yo, that's actually crazy.
they saw is actually mind-blowing. For 30 seconds after his heart stopped, his brain didn't shut down. It sent out a final massive burst of activity. But here's the crazy part. These weren't random signals. They were gamma oscillations, the exact same brain waves that fire when you're dreaming or...
Chat, I heard when you die, you have like the last 7 minutes will just be like your life. Like think of it as like a trailer. Like think of it as like an outro to like something you did like your whole life. Like the best moments. That's what I heard. What do you guys think?
Or recalling deep memories. This basically confirms the oldest theory in existence. Your life really does flash before your eyes. It suggests that in our final moments, we aren't suffering. We are replaying our greatest hits. Your first love.
Someone said, what do you see when you die? See, I don't have an exact answer to that, dude. I can't tell you because I actually have no idea.
Your childhood. Viewing the highlight reel of your life one last time. Scientists accident...
Wow.
This man lived...
You suck? Yo, what the frick
Isn't
did
it
I do to
crazy?
you, bro? Oh, frick.
This man...
What did I do to you, bro? All right, what's up, Zachary? Guys, Adam looks like steak son. Guys, we're not making this a thing, bro. Like, stop! Dang, man. All right.
Man lived an entire 10 years of his life as a millionaire, only to realize none of it actually happened. He's...
What? I'm sorry? Make a how every cruise stream be like? Yeah, I might have to, bro. I might.
25 when a horrific head-on collision sends
Let me actually write that down. Hold on. This is going to take like 3 seconds. Give me a second. All right, there we go.
his car flipping. Expecting to die, his vision goes black, but instead, he wakes up as a teenager. Given a miracle second chance, he uses his future knowledge to buy crypto, save his dad from a fatal illness, and marry his soulmate. For a full decade, his life is perfect. But exactly 10 years later, he's in his mansion holding his newborn baby when reality breaks. The baby's face distorts. The walls shatter like glass. He's violently teleported back to his flipping car, mid-air, a split second before hitting the ground. He didn't time travel. When you die, your brain floods with a chemical that stretches out how you experience time. That perfect 10-year life, his dying brain just made it up in his final 7 seconds.
Chat, I heard a theory, the lamp theory. Like, you guys ever heard about the lamp started to look weird story? Chat, has anybody heard that story about the lamp started to look weird? This guy had a whole life. Like, actually, I don't want to get into too much detail because you guys probably don't care. But let me know if you heard about that story.
Just to comfort him before death. This man lived an entire... Isn't it crazy that on one side of Earth, there's literally no land? It looks like a massive...
Yo, chat, steak.
water planet. This is Point Nemo, the most isolated spot in the world, and it's honestly terrifying. If you...
I heard about this. I was actually once stranded on here one time, and I had to just thrive off of purely the fish around me. I was stranded at sea for about 35 days. 35 and a half. Wow. What a time. But I've learned to make myself a better person. That's what made me stronger mentally and physically. That's why if you mess with me, you're really gonna get it.
If you were stuck here on a boat, the closest humans to you wouldn't be on land. They'd be the astronauts on the International Space
What?
Station, orbiting just 250 miles above you. The next closest people are on Easter Island, which is over 1,000...
Easter Island.
600 miles away. But it gets weirder. This is the exact location where the bloop was recorded. A
Chat! Don't say it.
massive mystery sound that once shook the entire Pacific. While skeptics say it was just ice, these are the same coordinates of the lost city where Lovecraft said Cthulhu is imprisoned. So, was the bloop actually a monster?
Chat, you guys think the bloop is real? That's UW collab. Alright, bro. Mods! Ban that kid. Whoever said that, I want him gone. Let's lock in. Let's lock back and why is everyone calling you? Because I'm a famous and
Your brain thinks you are about to
oh frick. Because I'm a famous and handsome, sexy guy.
die. Ever
That's
walked
why
into
everyone calls me.
an empty indoor pool or a deserted playground and felt an instant wave of panic? It feels straight up creepy, like you shouldn't be there. But you aren't just being paranoid. This is a deep survival instinct. Thousands of years ago, humans
This happened to me once.
relied on background noise to know they were safe. Birds chirping or leaves moving meant everything was fine. But if the forest suddenly went dead silent, it meant a dangerous predator was hiding.
I've heard about this. Usually, if you're in a place and it just goes completely silent and all the bugs and everything, all the insects just completely randomly suddenly just go quiet, some paranormal like thing is there, like around you, like near you. Are you bro, what? Piggly, what?
Nearby. Today, your DNA still has that exact same alarm system. When you stand in a place that should be full of loud, screaming kids, but instead it's completely silent, your brain hits the panic button. It just assumes the absolute worst. Whatever scared everyone else away is still out there with you right now. If you are ever in a... This man lost his mind because his wife kept a spare bedroom locked, and the truth is devastating. She wore the only key around her neck and strictly forbade him from entering. Paranoia quickly took over. He stopped sleeping, convinced she was hiding a dark secret or another man. At
okay, he's going.
3 a.m., he'd press his ear to the door and hear her softly crying. Finally, he snapped. He grabbed a crowbar and violently smashed the door open.
Yo, bro, there's a window. Okay, you know what?
Ready to expose her secret, but he froze. There was no money, no other man, just an empty baby nursery with a small crib covered in dust. Suddenly, groceries hit the floor behind him. His wife stood there bursting into tears. Why is this locked? She fell to her knees, sobbing. Because you have severe memory loss from a car crash. Every time you see this room, you remember our daughter didn't survive, and you lose your mind all over again. This man...
That's kind of sad, bro. That's actually kind of sad.
A bully throws a quiet kid's laptop into a swimming pool, laughing as it sinks. He had no idea he just sealed his own tragic fate. The kid broke down, explaining the laptop held research for a medical scholarship, his only escape
It's happened to me once, bro. Child, I used to get bullied, bro.
from poverty. The bully told him to go flip burgers. The kid dropped out, his dreams crushed, while the bully got filthy rich and married his sweetheart. But 15 years later, karma hits hard. His wife gets a rare, aggressive brain tumor with no known cure. Desperate, the millionaire spends a fortune trying to heal her, until a doctor reveals a student once proposed a theoretical cure, but vanished. He demands to fund the research instantly. But when the doctor shows a picture of the student, he stares at the screen in pure horror. The photo shows the quiet kid. The exact cure to save his wife was on the laptop he destroyed. Remember, bridges you burn today might be the only ones that can save you tomorrow.
Shoot, bro. That's crazy.
Astronauts suffer from a condition that completely ruins their lives. It's called the overview effect, and it literally breaks their brains. When they go to space and look down at Earth, they...
At Spar11W
Yo!
donated $1.99.
First
Check
dono
my
of the
DMs, I made
day!
the edit. Person emoji. Person
Thank
emoji.
you for the donation,
person
bro.
Emoji, person emoji. Person emoji.
What? You made an edit of me, bro? Say we love you, Tekka, for an edit. We love you, Tekka. Who's Dylan? Who the frick is Dylan? Can't play the rest of that, but thank you, bro. That's a tough. Because that's copyright, but that's tough. But who the heck is Dylan?
They don't see a massive world. They see a tiny, fragile blue ball floating in an endless, terrifying void of nothingness. In that exact second,
Oh, Dylan Harper.
reality fundamentally snaps. All the things we care about down here, borders, politics, money, or even just being embarrassed,
Yeah. Okay, what is that shirt?
suddenly seem incredibly stupid. You realize we are just fighting over invisible lines on a literal speck of dust. But here's the tragic part.
I went to space once. If I had to tell you how I would describe it, I would say life.
When these astronauts finally come back, they can't unsee it. They are forced back into a society obsessed with pointless drama. Many return feeling completely isolated because they can no longer relate to normal human problems. They went to space as heroes, but came back feeling like aliens on their own
Stop pausing. Sorry, bro.
planet. Astronauts. A man and a woman meet in a coffee shop and instantly fall in love. They have the exact same bizarre birthmark, share weird memories, and finish each other's sentences. They get married and spend 3 perfect years together. But one night, the wife starts violently coughing. She looks at him terrified and whispers, "They're pulling the plug." Then she dissolves into thin air. The
What?
husband wakes up gasping in a real-world hospital bed. A nurse rushes over crying that he finally woke up from a 3-year coma.
I'm on something from you, Adam. Yo, Aaron, why are you saying that, bro?
He looks at the bed next to him, and a dead woman is lying
Bro, don't date. They are siblings. What?
there. It was his
Hey,
wife.
yo,
They were
bro.
2 strangers in comas whose dying brains somehow synced frequencies to create a shared multiplayer dream. She died in real life, so she vanished from his. Now he has to spend the rest of his life mourning a soulmate he technically never even met. A man
That's sad.
You trying to impress the ladies, son?
No.
I'll teach you how to impress the ladies.
No.
Just ask your old man.
No.
Oh, yeah, You gotta do a parkour challenge. Just like this.
No,
I'll help
no.
you out, buddy. I'll get you started.
A girl was sitting on a subway late at night when she noticed the woman across from her was
Oh, I've seen this. Frick, I've heard this story, bro. This is scary. This is actually scary.
staring at her intently. The woman sat frozen between two old men, and no matter how many times the girl looked away, the stare never broke. It was starting to seriously freak her out. At the next stop, a tall man in a trench
She's not even alive.
coat stepped on and sat down right beside her. The woman didn't even glance at him. She just kept locking eyes with the girl, who got more and more creeped out as the seconds dragged on. The two old men never moved, never blinked. As the train pulled into the next stop, the man in the trench coat suddenly grabbed her arm and dragged her off onto the platform. The train pulled away and she started screaming for help. Sure, she'd just been kidnapped, but the man said, "Calm down, I just saved your life. That woman across from you was dead, and the two men beside her were holding up her body." A girl was...
Yep, knew it.
You might be living an entire fake...
You look like Agent 47. Okay, bro. Dude, I don't look like the bald dude. Okay, but he has aura though.
life right now. There's a famous story of a guy who got knocked out, and what happened next is terrifying. He didn't just have a normal dream. His brain created a full 10-year life. He met a woman, got married, had
Oh, is this the story about the lamp?
kids, and felt every single day pass normally. But one day, he noticed a lamp in his
I knew it!
living room. It looked completely wrong. It was flat and fuzzy, almost like a glitch. He got obsessed. He sat on a chair staring at this lamp for 3 straight days. His wife was crying, begging him to snap out of it, but he couldn't look away. Suddenly, the lamp grew larger until his entire world completely shattered. He woke up on the floor. Only a few minutes had actually passed. He had to spend years mourning a wife and kids that never even existed. If your brain can fake a perfect 10-year life in just 5 minutes, how do you know the room you're sitting in right now is real?
Wait, that's right. Because I could have... I remember... Okay, wait. It's actually right, dude. That's interesting.
You might be... A daughter hated her father growing up. While other dads went to games, hers was always working. He wore cheap clothes and obsessed over every penny. At 18, she called him a greedy coward and left home. She got rich building a huge business and ignored his calls for 10 years. Then one day the police called. Her dad died alone. Rolling her eyes, she went to grab his hidden money. But inside his safe, there was zero cash. Just a bank paper showing $0 and old hospital letters. She read the first one and her stomach dropped. As a baby, she had a deadly heart disease. The surgery cost $500,000 and insurance refused to pay. Her dad wasn't greedy. He worked 3 brutal jobs his whole life to pay the massive bill that saved her. He kept it secret so she'd never feel guilty. His last letter was written the day she left. "My debt is finally paid. My little girl gets to live a full life. I am the richest man in the world." A daughter...
No, that's so sad. Have you heard about the new Roblox build? Yeah, I think so. That's so sad, bro.
hated her. A man faked his own death, then went to his own funeral just to see who would actually care. And what he saw will completely change how you live your life. He expected a massive crowd, but only 11 people showed up. His wife cried for exactly 4 minutes. Then she pulled out her phone to scroll. His best friend of 30 years didn't even bother coming. His co-workers weren't even mourning. They were literally standing near the casket laughing about a work project. And the priest, he pronounced his name wrong twice. He quietly went home, looked in the mirror, and understood. He had spent 60 years performing for an audience that wasn't watching. Every single sacrifice. Every time he stressed over, what will people think? Every dream sacrificed to meet someone else's expectation. All of it for 11 people and a mispronounced name. A man faked.
Imagine being...
Lucid dreaming is the closest thing that any
Chat, type 1 if you've ever lucid dreamed before.
of us will ever have to superpowers. It lets
Chat, it's happened to me one time. One time, I lucid dreamed about flying. It was one of the craziest dreams I've ever had. Okay, Plague bro, what are you talking about, bro? Chat, it felt like I legit just knew how to fly. Like, I could control it. It was the coolest freaking thing ever, bro.
you wake up inside your mind and fully control your dreams. But most people never experience it, or they wake up the second they realize it's happening. Here is the blueprint to hack your sleep tonight. First, set an alarm 5 hours into your sleep to interrupt your dream cycle. Stay awake for 30 minutes to make your brain active. Then go back to bed repeating, I will remember I'm dreaming. During the day, constantly ask yourself if you're dreaming. This trains your brain to do the exact same thing once you are in the dream world. Finally, keep a journal by your bed. The exact second you wake up, write down everything you remember.
Bro, dreaming is crazy. It's like a whole new world, bro.
To force your brain to recognize dream patterns. Master this, and sleep stops being random. You'll be stepping into a world where you make the rules. Lucid dreaming is...
That's crazy. One time I had a lucid dream standing on top of a platform and falling off of it. That is scary, bro. What the heck? You look like Titan Noob from Noob Experiment. I am not searching that up. What's up, Astrally? How you doing? What's good? This is a fire channel. I know, right? I know, right?
Two brothers were trapped in rubble after a building collapsed. They had one canteen of
What?
water. To survive, they agreed to pass it back and forth. But every time it was the older brother's turn, the younger one listened to him gulping loudly. He grew bitter, sitting there in the dark while his brother took what sounded like massive, greedy pulls, leaving almost nothing behind. When rescuers finally broke through days later, they found the younger brother alive, holding the empty canteen. The older brother was dead beside him. The autopsy revealed the brutal truth. The older brother died of severe dehydration. He never drank a single drop. In the dark, he had just faked the swallowing sounds so his little brother would unknowingly drink the entire canteen himself. The younger brother had spent his last days underground hating the man who was silently sacrificing his life for him.
What? That's kind of sad, bro.
I'm ready for that roast. All right, Opera GX, say less.
Every person you've ever met is literally just you. A man is walking to work when a car suddenly hits and kills him. He instantly wakes up in a pitch-black void talking to a godlike entity. He asks if he's going to heaven or hell. The entity says neither. He's being reincarnated. But when he asks who he'll be next, the answer breaks his brain. A Chinese peasant girl in
What?
540 AD. He's confused, pointing out time doesn't work backward. That's when the entity drops the wildest plot twist ever. Time isn't linear, and this man is actually every human being who has ever existed. Every time you help someone, you helped yourself. Every person you hurt yourself. You are living every single life across all of history, one by one. The entire universe is basically just a cosmic egg.
Are you calling me an egg?
Once you've lived through every human experience, you'll finally mature enough to hatch into a god. Every person...
Okay, I don't believe that.
A young couple bought a cheap, rundown house, but what they found inside is unbelievable. While tearing down a wall in the master bedroom, they uncovered a hidden metal box.
Cosmic
Inside
state.
were dozens of beautifully written love letters from 1943. They belonged to a soldier named Arthur and a girl named Eleanor, who were tragically separated by the war. The couple spent nights reading them, crying over how deeply they loved each other, even though they never reunited. Obsessed with the story, they hired a genealogist to track down the families and return the letters. 3 weeks later, the genealogist called back, completely speechless. The boy was the great-grandson of Arthur. The girl was the great-granddaughter of Eleanor. Their great-grandparents never got their happy ending,
What?
but their bloodlines unknowingly found each
Wait, are these true stories?
other 80 years later, bringing the love story full circle. A young couple
Do they have this? Dude, I gotta find out.
This game is bizarre because
What the freak?
If you plant a Chinese bamboo tree, you'll see absolutely nothing for the first 4 years. 365 days, zero growth. You're out there every day hauling water, staring at dead
Chat, we're gonna watch for another 15 minutes, okay?
dirt. Neighbors laugh,
It's starting to get interesting. These are interesting, bro. I kind of like them.
saying you're watering a grave. They point at nearby trees and say, now that's real growth. By year 3, you start to doubt yourself. Is the seed rotten? This is the exact moment 99%
After this, we're gonna I'm gonna do something funny. Not funny, but like fun. You'll see.
of people quit, but they have no idea what's happening underground. That
But it might be a bad idea, and you'll see why.
bamboo isn't dead. It's growing a massive root system in the dark, stretching hundreds of feet to handle the insane weight that's coming. Then, year 5 hits, and the miracle explodes. It shoots up an unbelievable 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Bro, that's not some random overnight success. That's 4 years of pent-up ambition detonating all at once. Remember, the growth that matters most is the kind you can't see.
Quarter a day. Wait, Pyzik? What did Pyzik say? Law for real, Pyzik? All the 5-year-olds are gonna find out they're in a simulation after watching this channel. Chat. I love Taco Bell.
If you plant your own friends might subconsciously want you to fail. It sounds toxic, but it's a terrifyingly real psychological trap called the crab bucket mentality.
Wait, I'm streaming.
If you put a single crab in a bucket, it will easily climb out and escape. But drop a group of crabs in that exact same bucket, and none of them will ever make it out. Why? Because the second one crab reaches the top and tries to break free, the others will literally reach up and drag it right back down into the pile. And the
This happened to me once.
crazy part is, humans do the exact same thing. The second you start working out, studying
So, yeah, working out. That's what I did. That's what I do.
hard, or actually
Yeah.
chasing a massive goal, the people who are stuck in life
Yeah.
will start to panic. They will actively try to
Burger.
sabotage you and drag you back down to their level just so your success doesn't make them feel bad about themselves. If you want to escape the bucket, you have to be careful who you're climbing with.
That's right. Be careful who you're climbing with, because you don't know who can backstab you in the moments of success.
In this world, everyone has a glowing halo. If you lie, the halo turns red. But everyone is born with 3 tokens on their arm. Each one lets you tell a lie without getting caught. Sarah's classmates used theirs to hide bad grades. But Sarah never lied. She told her friend her outfit was ugly.
Chat, I saw this movie where imagine we lived in a world where it said it could, like, let's say on top of like your like head, it says how many true lies you've ever said. It was something like that. Bro, just imagine. Dude, that would expose so many people, bro. Check DMs. Wait, what? Gave you... Wait, it works now? It works? Y'all are saying the chat works finally? No. It doesn't work. I don't see it.
Ugly. She told a little kid his
up,
drawing was
Yusuf?
terrible. She thought she was being good, but her brutal honesty pushed everyone away. Sarah grew old and lonely, with all 3 tokens left. One day, she saw an old man surrounded by laughing friends. His arm had 0 tokens. You wasted them all, Sarah said smugly. You must be a terrible liar, the man smiled. I used my first to tell my dying mother she wasn't a burden, my second to tell my scared friend we would survive, and my third to tell my wife she was beautiful when cancer took her hair. Sarah froze. Brutal honesty can be cruelty in disguise, but a kind lie is the greatest act of love. In this world, everyone has a glowing halo.
Yo, that's crazy.
Mom, I won't buy gift cards anymore. I found a way to get Robux for free. Enter the code to unlock.
Scientists wanted to see if dogs
Alright, bro. Did you read my DM? Yeah, I did. You said to refresh it. It's not working. What the heck? I'm watching your stream on my iPod. What the freak? Is this real? Dude, that's actually me. Chat. This has to be the smallest screen I've ever been watched on. I think this is the smallest screen, and the biggest screen I've ever been watched on is a Samsung TV by Fakila. He has a Samsung TV or whatever. Or not, sorry, what am I saying? Not Samsung TV. His fridge. His fridge has this sort of thing where he could play videos.
actually
Scroll all the way down in DMs. Tim Sue got an update. Refresh your chat. If it doesn't work, create a new overlay. Oh, shoot. Dude, did I just leak something? Pyzik, it doesn't work.
This game is bizarre.
Doesn't work.
if you plant a child,
Doesn't work. Alright, where was
your
I?
own friends might suck.
No!
Mom,
Scientists, imagine you scientists
Okay, let's keep watching. Oh my frick. You became a member on It's Funny's channel? Nice.
wanted to see if dogs actually love their owners, or if we're just getting scammed for free food. To find out, researchers pulled off something wild.
This game is bizarre.
If you
What
plant
the
a
freak
child,
was that?
scientists. This blind man got his vision back after 10 years in the dark. But what happened next
Okay,
is
you can watch
terrifying.
this
At
one.
25, a chemical accident took his sight. For a decade, he lived blindly with his guide dog and loyal wife. Then he slips on ice, smacks his head, and wakes up to the impossible. He can see! He cries looking at his wife's face again. But soon, things get weird. He compliments her red dress, but she's wearing blue. He reaches to pet his dog and kicks a table. He yells at a stranger at the mall, but it's literally just a mannequin. The brutal truth? He never got his vision back. That fall destroyed his brain's vision center, triggering a terrifying condition called Anton Babinski syndrome. He's still completely blind, but to cope, his mind creates a hallucinated reality built from old memories. He's happily describing a sunny day while his wife watches him talk to walls, knowing his mind is broken forever. This blind man got his vision, and a paranoid husband became convinced his wife was trying to poison him. Every morning, he caught her secretly slipping a pill into his coffee. Instead of confronting her, he played a deadly game. Whenever she handed him the mug, he'd distract her and secretly swap their coffees. For 3 weeks, he sat there with a smug smile, watching her drink the poison, just waiting for her to slip up. On the 22nd day, she collapsed in the kitchen and died instantly. The husband actually laughed, calling the cops to say his evil wife had accidentally poisoned
Yo, I guarantee... Plot twist.
herself. But when the autopsy report came back, his blood ran cold. There was absolutely 0 poison in her system. She died of a massive heart attack. The pills weren't poison, they were his own life-saving blood pressure medication. By swapping the mugs, he fed a healthy woman lethal doses of
Bro, Adam neglecting chat and watching shorts, how typical. Cheese, first of all, I'm not neglecting the chat. Second of all, the reason why I'm not reading the chat so much is because I'm making a video. Number 3, you better watch yourself.
heart medicine while sealing his own fate. A paranoid
Stop scrolling. Take
A lonely elderly man moved into a nursing home. He barely spoke, barely ate, just sat by the window all day. Then one afternoon, a new female patient sat beside him, and something clicked instantly. Same weird humor, same obscure music, finishing each other's sentences like they'd known each other forever. Within weeks, they were inseparable, and he told the nurses he'd finally found his soulmate. Then his daughter came to visit, saw them holding hands, and burst into tears. The old man smiled and said, "Don't cry, sweetie. I want you to meet my new girlfriend." His daughter couldn't believe her eyes. She whispered, "Dad, that's Mom." They'd actually been married for 50 years before severe Alzheimer's wiped both their memories completely. But even with their minds fully erased, their hearts still recognized each other, and they fell in love all over again. A lonely...
Yo, these freaking get outs, bro.
I don't don't think you understand how
Kind of sad. Well, no.
how
Sorry,
rare
what?
your existence actually is.
Yep, 1 in 4 trillion.
Because you being alive right now is pretty much statistically impossible. Over 100 billion people have lived on Earth.
That's right, chat. There will never be another you. You are 1 in 4 trillion.
But that number is
Remember that.
a complete joke compared to how many could have ever lived. If you calculated all possible human DNA combinations, the number is so astronomically huge, you couldn't even read it. Yet out of nearly infinite genetic versions, you were the one born. But it gets crazier. Factor in thousands of years of your ancestors' history. Every random encounter, every single life choice. If just one ancestor was 5 minutes late to meet that specific person, or made the tiniest different decision, the chain
I think that's the burnt toast theory, right?
breaks. You would never exist. The odds of your exact timeline happening are so unfathomably low.
That's true, bro. Think about your, like, a friend, like a close friend. Like, imagine you guys didn't meet that day, chat. That's basically like the burnt toast theory, bro. All right? Chat. Think about that. Like, let's say, think about a friend you know that you talk to, like, every day. Think about the first time you guys met. What if that one single decision of you doing something that wouldn't have made you guys met? Wouldn't have made you guys met. You guys probably wouldn't even be talking right now. Who knows?
Low that it
But that's
defies
the burnt toast theory.
all logic, making your
And more's coming. Okay, that's okay. Whatever, bro. It's not even.
Have you
working.
ever wanted to see
Scientists threw themselves off a 100. Imagine someone builds a time machine using Einstein's theory of relativity. It's history's greatest invention. So they travel back to 1905 to thank the
E equals MC squared.
genius himself. They find a 26-year-old Einstein in Zurich and explain how his groundbreaking work made time travel possible. But Einstein has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. So the traveler sits him
Sure, bro.
time.
What's up, Ayla?
Once the traveler leaves, Einstein frantically writes it all down and publishes the theory as his own. His work revolutionizes our understanding of the universe. Then, centuries later, some kid learns about it, builds a time machine, and goes back
Chad, I once almost created the time machine, but I failed. That last part, I was so close.
to tell Einstein.
Yes, I have the smartness to do that.
If the traveler learned the theory from Einstein, and Einstein got it from the traveler, who actually came up with the idea in the first place? Imagine someone builds a time machine using
That's
Einstein's
right.
theory of relativity. This guy got trapped in...
I can actually tell you how the theory of Einstein
Imagine
works.
someone builds a time machine using Einstein's theory.
His theory of relativity, let me exactly tell you how it works, all right? You're probably like, yo, Adam, we're not trying to hear all this yap. Well, guess what? You're going to need it in life, all right? E equals MC squared. You're probably like, what does the E stand for? Speed. What does the MC stand for? McDonald's. And what does the 2 stand for? Squared. Speed equals McDonald's squared. Now, what the heck does that mean? I absolutely have no idea. And we're going to go back to watching these shorts.
This guy got trapped inside his own mind for 100 years, and the story will mess you up. He was experimenting with dream time dilation, training his brain to stretch 1 real minute into a full hour inside his dreams. It actually worked, so one night he pushed it further. He visualized a giant clock in his dream and forced the ticking to slow down to almost nothing. That's when everything went wrong. His brain locked the door behind him. He couldn't wake up. Seconds in real life became years in his head. He built empires, traveled to other planets, fell in love, grew old, and forgot he ever had a real life waiting for him. He lived over a century in there. When he finally snapped awake, only one night had passed. He stared at his young hands in horror, feeling like a 100-year-old man trapped in a stranger's body. So if your brain can stretch one night into 100 years, how do you know the life you remember is even real? This guy got... What if we are the aliens? Hear me out.
What?
When we talk about extraterrestrial life, we picture spaceships breaking through the clouds. But what if we have it completely backwards? Humans are the only species on Earth fundamentally incompatible with nature. Every other creature belongs. But us? We need sunscreen just to survive daylight. We overheat at 35 degrees. We're fragile in ways that make zero sense.
That's actually kind of true.
For a species that supposedly evolved here. And we're the only creature that chronically overthinks, looks up at the stars, and weirdly feels homesick. There's actually...
Yeah, true, bro. But, like, sometimes I consider myself like a turtle.
a scientific theory called panspermia, suggesting our human DNA didn't even start on Earth. It crash-landed here on cosmic debris. So maybe the alien signal we've been searching for isn't about finding visitors. Maybe it was always coming from the part of us that never quite felt at home. What if we are the... Nobody actually cares about you as much as you think they do.
Really? You guys don't care about me? That's not nice.
And that's a good thing. Have you ever
Good thing.
tripped in public or worn an ugly shirt and felt like the entire world was staring? That's
Yeah, that happened to me one time.
the spotlight effect. Your brain tricks you into thinking you're the main character of reality, making you believe everyone is
Oh, I've heard about this.
for analyzing your every move. To prove this
Yeah,
is a
that's
lie,
right.
psychologists made a student walk into a crowded room wearing a painfully embarrassing t-shirt. The student was convinced every single person noticed and was secretly judging them. In reality, less than 20% of the room even glanced at it. Think about it. Do you remember a single...
That's right. If you think everything is gonna be targeted at you, well, guess what? It's probably not. Unless you are purposefully trying to get everyone's attention.
embarrassing thing a stranger did yesterday? Exactly. The hard truth is humans are way too obsessed with their own insecurities to care about yours. Stop being afraid of judgment. Everyone else is too busy judging themselves.
That's
Nobody
right.
actually cares about you as...
I've got 1,000.
What the?
Scientists dug the
All right, we're gonna watch like 3 more. Shit, he found out. Okay, bro.
deepest hole in human history, but they suddenly
Okay, I'm not reading that.
sealed it shut because of what they heard at the bottom. In 1989, Russia drilled the Kola
What?
super deep borehole, a mind-bending 7.5 miles into the earth. Down there, the pressure and heat were so insane
core
that
of the
solid
earth.
rock literally acted like plastic. Then it got terrifying. The crew lowered a microphone into the abyss and picked up something straight out of a nightmare. The audio sounded exactly like millions of voices screaming in pure agony. People were convinced they had literally drilled into hell. Skeptics tried to brush the screams off as an audio glitch, but even the scientists couldn't explain the bizarre tectonic screeching echoing up from the dark. Soon after, they welded a heavy iron cap over the hole and completely abandoned the site. Whatever is hiding 7 miles down,
Wait, hold on.
maybe some doors are meant to stay locked.
I want to search this up. Let me hear the audio. Chat, type 1 if we should hear the audio.
Scientists
What
dug
was
the
it called?
deepest hole in human history, but they suddenly sealed it shut because of what they heard at the bottom. In 1989, Russia drilled the Kola
Wait, cool. Oh my gosh, there's actually... Oh my gosh, chat. It's actually on here. The strange sound. Okay, so this is what they allegedly heard.
This is a DQ Miracle Maker making a huge impact because July 30th is Miracle Treat Day. Buy Blizzard and DQ donates to Children's Miracle.
Okay, chat, this is apparently what they heard. Let's check it out. Yeah, no.
Imagine you go to walk your dog, but the
Nope.
minute you open the door, he runs
I'm good.
away. He's lost
I claim no negative energy, bro. What was that?
for a week, and you can't believe how unlucky you are. Then, a girl randomly shows up at your house with your dog. You're thrilled, but you two also hit it off, and she agrees to a date. A few days later, heading over to pick her up, you laugh at the irony. If your dog hadn't run away, you never would have met her. But as you cross the street, a car blows a red light and hits you. You wake up in the hospital. The doctor says the scans show no brain damage, but they did find an unrelated tumor. Right before you panic, he drops an insane twist. Because the crash forced them to run those tests, they caught the tumor early enough to remove it before it became fatal. Most people aren't that lucky. This is the Nova effect, proving you never really know if something happens for bad or for good. All you can do is wait and see. Imagine
That's crazy.
what was the hottest temperature ever recorded?
All right, last one, chat.
You probably think it's the center of a nuclear blast or the core of the sun, but the real answer is way
Right here. Sorry.
more insane. To put this in perspective, the highest fever ever survived was 115 degrees, and the hottest day on Earth was 134 in Death Valley. Even the surface of the sun is only 10,000 degrees, and its core hits 27 million, but that's basically freezing compared to what happened at the Large Hadron Collider. In 2012, physicists were smashing atoms together when they accidentally triggered a heat so extreme it was basically a mini Big Bang in a lab. Bro, imagine 360,000 suns worth of heat concentrated into a single point. If this lasted for even a second, everything on the planet would have vaporized instantly. They didn't just break the record, they shattered it by creating a temperature of 9.9 trillion degrees. What was the hottest temperature ever recorded?
That is way more than 10,000. All right, well. Gosh. That was the Zack D Films of Roblox. Let me know what you think about base plate. Go ahead and like this video, smash subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes. Smash subscribe with all notifications. I do go live every day, so please join more of my streams and join my Discord server. Link in the description.